Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, all these were kind of culled from the questions that our listeners have given us, which I really appreciate. And to self promote, which is my nature, we're up to 110,000 on TikTok.
112 on TikTok
How many?
and 112 on TikTok, and I think we just crossed
76, 77.
73 on Instagram.
So we're knocking on the door of 200,000 followers between the two platforms, which is just amazing. I mean, literally every day I go somewhere, somebody will come up to me and say, "Aren't you that?" Yeah, I'm that. I mean, it happened today at the donut shop on my way to buy donuts for my Saturday AA group. So it's really interesting when that happens. But this is probably one of the questions we get asked most is, I'm thinking about law school. What do you think about me going to law school? And of course, all these answers, Aaron and Tommy, they're kind of generic answers. I don't know the person, that I don't know much about them, but here's kind of my five things to consider whether you want to go to law school, at least right now. Right, thing number one, now's a pretty good time to go to law school given the state of the economy and given the state of the country. There's a whole lot of uncertainty. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, what it's going to look like. The economy appears to be in the tank. We have the government shutdown going down as we speak. Meanwhile, our president, dear leader, is building a $300 million, 90,000 square foot ballroom for reasons that completely escape me. But what do I know? But my point is, there's a lot of uncertainty. So if you don't know what the economy is going to do, if you don't know what the country's going to do, it's not a bad time to go back to school. So that's good. Thing number two is, it's not cheap. I don't think people really fully consider how expensive law school can be. Private school is somewhere in the $50,000 to $70,000 a year. Public is in the $30,000 a year. So if you're doing private, you're looking at about $100 a year. Public, you're looking at about $50 a year. The statistics show us that the average debt coming out of law school is in the $150,000 range. That's a lot of debt. A lot of debt to carry. Third thing is, there is some modest growth for lawyers predicted over the next few years. The good news is there's a wave of retirement of people my age. The boomers are aging out. For better or for worse, I am not aging out because I got stuff to pay for, but that's another story. But you're going to have a bunch of folks my age that either have or will retire. That's good for incoming lawyers. The bad news is all this AI and technological automation is certainly going to cause a pause in some employers' hiring practices, and there's some market saturation. The fourth is the opportunity cost. You got to look at what you are giving up to go to law school for 3 years. You're going to be missing out on moving up the ranks, and you're not going to be getting paid the same salary. The last and final thing is the work-life balance. As people that have watched this know, I love to preach there is no such thing as work-life balance in most lawyers' lives, mine included. But those are really the five things I think you should consider: the timing of it, the cost of it, the growth when the opportunity when it gets there, the opportunity cost, and work-life balance. So that's as good as I can give you right now, but I think that's a pretty good overview.
Dan, does AI come into this conversation at all for you in terms of whether to consider going into law school? Because a lot of people obviously, feel like AI is taking their jobs in different practices, beyond law, just like every other industry. Do you feel like that's a subject matter that has implications of a student should go into law or not?
I mean, what I know about AI, you can put in a thimble and have room for your finger. I don't know a lot about it, except I used it like everybody else more and more every single day. What it can do is amazing. I use it to help prepare for this program, unsurprisingly. But with respect to it affecting the legal careers or legal opportunities, I think it very definitely will. I mean, for years, a big opportunity cost billing center for big firms was document assimilation, right? Going through a terabyte of documents, page by page or sentence by sentence. They threw 40,000 associates at it at $700 an hour, and they built the ever living crap out of it. With AI, the document assimilation is much easier and much quicker. So do I think that mitigates against some opportunities in the legal community? For sure. It helps you draft documents. It helps you complete correspondence. It helps you do a lot of things. So do I think it will have an effect on lawyers in general? Sure. How much of an effect in terms of, is it going to shrink the market or shrink the opportunity by 10% or 20% or 50%? I don't know, but it's definitely going to affect it.
Tommy,
In law school, so I know in healthcare and medical school, like the medical students will get funneled into certain specialties. So it's a little bit of their choice, but the school has a lot of the decision making. Is law school similar, where does the school funnel you into a certain specialty, or is it all just your
Most law
choice?
schools don't. They certainly have programs and elective courses that you can take, and there's a core curriculum in most law schools of about 60%, 70% of the classes that they require you to take. The other 30 or 40% are electives, or you can at your option, for lack of a better description. With me, I think the safest thing to do in law school is, focus on the courses that are going to be questioned on or questioned about during the bar. I mean, that's what you need to. I spotted, as the saying goes, like oil and gas and civil procedure and antitrust. I spotted a bunch of classes, and I passed the bar, but just barely. So the answer to your question is there's some flexibility, not a whole lot. But my free legal advice is don't spot too many courses for the bar preparation standpoint.